So today is going to be part 1 to what if Deku had Killer Queen. And he'll have all Killer Queen's abilities, but he won't get the Killer Queen, what is it? The Time Bomb one? Bites the Dust. He won't get Bites the Dust till later in the story. So in this, Deku is actually bullied a little bit. Because Deku looks like Killer Queen. He straight up looks like Killer Queen. Actually, no. He looks like Yoshikage Kira, but I'll do the same thing that I did in my Purple Haze video. Actually, no. I'm gonna leave it that he can actually summon Killer Queen to use his power, to use Killer Queen's powers. So that'll make more sense because he needs to use sheer heart attack. So the first bomb of Killer Queen, anything he touches turns into a bomb. He makes a finger like he's clicking a bomb. Boom, something explodes. With his left hand, he can activate his secret ability called Sheer Heart Attack, which is the second bomb. Which basically tracks down the nearest heat source. You just put it in an area, tracks down the nearest heat source. Boom, it blows up. It's almost nearly indestructible. Star Platinum, the guy who breaks through diamonds, punched it a lot, punched it a very long time, only left a couple of cracks in it. So All Might does a barrage on him. Maybe it'll break it. Who knows if Deku doesn't train it that much. Alright. So, let's say Deku, he was waiting excitingly to get his quirk, but he realizes that, let's say Deku actually accidentally blow up his book. So he was popping some joints in his finger, and then he just popped his joint between his thumb, in his thumb. And when he made that clicking noise, he actually destroyed his notebook because that's what he touched. Because let's say he actually saw Killer Queen. It was the same thing as the Gold Experience video. As he can actually choose either to show Killer Queen or not show Killer Queen. And Deku just, every time he presses that, it creates a giant, he creates an explosion, which is actually very powerful. When he's younger, it's not that powerful, but it's the same size as Bakugo's in the anime. In the anime, the beginning of the anime, not where we are right now, but So, let's move on. So, Bakugo sees that Deku has an explosion quirk, and he also has an explosion quirk. But Deku's explosion quirk is much better, so Bakugo just Bakugo still has this giant ego. Let's say Deku, his dad was actually Kira. Kira Yoshikage was actually his dad, the original beholder of Killer Queen. See, the moment he got Killer Queen Bites the Dust, see, he had a son, and he had Killer Queen Bites the Dust. So and this Bites the Dust, just when it blows up, when he puts it on himself. If somebody finds out his identity, he blows up, and then he just sets himself back in time to in the perfect time to reverse the actions which got him to that mistake. He blows up. It blows up. Killer Queen tells him what happened, and then just the person that found he can. I think basically he can just reverse time with the bomb. Just boom, reverses time to what point he wants to. He comes back. And let's say his maximum time is just a day. And so Deku learned Kira sees that Deku has the same quirk as him. Kira is a villain. He's like very known. Like, let's say that he's like a anti-hero. Like, yeah, he's a villain. He's a villain. Like, let's say Kira actually like died. Like fighting like a bunch of villains. Like, he tried to use sheer heart attack, but he didn't get enough time to press the button. So Kira died. But he left Deku like a notebook of like all sheer heart attack's abilities. And the police track him down, see that his son also has the same quirk. They tell Deku not to become they tell Deku that his father just has died, and they found out that the identity of his father, he was actually like the third highest ranked hero. I say Deku also has like a hand. Actually, no. I'd say Deku's like normal. His only fetish is just like quirks. He loves analyzing them. So, yeah. So, let's skip to the beginning of the anime. Like, Bakugo just still says like the whole entire thing. Because Deku's dad was like a villain, he still calls like Deku a villain. He's like, so, like, and like, they still find out that Deku wants to go 2A. Everybody laughs at him. Bakugo says like a villain like you can ever go there. And Deku says, what exactly did I do to become a villain in your eyes? And Bakugo says, your old man's a villain and probably runs in your DNA or something. Deku said, because let's say Kira was actually he was a villain because he needed to. Because let's say that he was a villain, like, most people didn't know it, but he was actually, he was like a hero in disguise. He was actually destroying evil organizations, but nobody else knew it except him. Also because he likes them hands. I don't know why I said that. So, Deku gets pissed, Deku gets mad at this, and, Deku's hair is, green. But I'd say, when Deku just, when he gets mad, he turns into this, black and white one, which Kira had, when he had sheer heart attack. So let's say Deku just, after hearing that comment, he's like, alright, I guess I will be representing my old man then. And Bakugo's like, see, a villain already. Perfect fit, so there's no problem if I kill you. Bakugo goes in for an explosion. Deku summons Killer Queen and just punches him. And he says to Bakugo that if I wanted to go on a rampage through the school, I would have done it a long time ago. But you know what? I decided to hold myself back. And then Deku holds the remote thing, and he says, not gonna do it. And then he just sits down, just says, good thing that didn't escalate that much. And Deku says, alright teacher, go on with the lesson. We're all listening. And then the sludge villain tries to tell him, he's like, another person bothering me today. Cause really, Deku just doesn't like being bothered by anyone. He doesn't like popular heroes. He doesn't like the fame. He just likes to live a normal life. He still wants to become a hero, just to protect people, for them not to suffer a tragic loss like he has. So Deku just touches the sludge villain and just goes one. Just presses the bomb, which was, let's say he touches a rock, just throws it at the sludge villain and goes, Killer Queen. And then he just presses the button, he just blows up. He blows most of the sludge villain off, and just every time the sludge villain reformed, let's say he put a bomb on the sludge villain, so he basically isn't powerful enough to kill him, so he just keeps blowing the sludge villain up every time he reforms. And this happens All Might arrives, and he uses Alright, so the All Might comes and just captures the sludge villain. He picks it up, then he asks Deku what his quirk is, and Deku says, his quirk is Killer Queen. That's what I'm gonna be saying. Or I'm just be calling it Killer Queen. So, the Killer Queen, then he explains all its powers, that he can touch something, blow it up, or summon just a different entity, which chases the hardest nearest source, and the hotter the source, the bigger the explosion is. Now, I'm planning to do like a one shot, like just like him using the sheer heart attack on like, oh boy, if we get to that part, you guys are gonna be amazed. That's what I have in mind. So yeah, the rest of the day happens. All Might brings the sludge villain to the police station. Bakugo doesn't get attacked. Deku just keeps learning about his Killer Queen from his dad, and just like, and he's like perfecting like the last bomb, but like I think Deku will develop like a fourth bomb. Like Deku has like his fourth bomb that he calls, like, which is not gonna be overpowered, which is just like, it's the ability to blow something up, but like use like a bubble, just like condense air, just like use like make condensed air and which explodes on impact. So he's able to like shoot it and then explode it. So yeah, so it's basically this with Killer Queen, Stray Cat, Your Heart Attack, and Kira. Yeah, this is how he's like his whole entire arsenal is gonna look like. Yep. So he already knows like the fourth bomb, the air bomb that he calls it, and Deku just walks to the front of to UA, like he sees that Raka's about to trip, and he's like just holds her and just like pulls her back. Just says, "It's bad luck to fall on your first day." Like Deku's actually wearing the school uniform, so she's like, "Oh, thank you for catching me." And Deku says, "No problem." And then Deku's hair is still like black and white. Just happened like that, like Kira's right now. And he aces he gets first place in the written exam. The robot exam happens. Deku explodes like Deku's like, he's literally just like dressed up in a white suit, because like everybody's and Ida comes up to him asking, "Why are you dressed up in a white suit?" And Deku says, "Because I want to. Why else?" And he's like, "Yeah, but you're just supposed to be fighting, not just fashion." Deku says, "You think I want to become a hero just to be fashionable?" And Deku just gives him this blank stare, and releases like a little bit of bloodlust. And Ida's like, "No. Like, of course not. We all want to become heroes to protect people." And Deku says, "Well, keep that thought in mind when you ask a question next time." And then Deku's eyes turn back to normal. He just like, alright. It seems like we're about to start, so good luck to you. So everything starts, and then Ida destroys a robot, like the first robot it sees. They see, and Deku just examines it. He sees that the core of the robot is like still really, really hot. So Deku's like, "Oh." He says, "Sheer heart attack." And he has more control over sheer heart attack, so he gives it like a certain amount. He like estimates like the amount of like heat that the orb will possess. So he tells sheer heart attack to track down things with this heat signature. And sheer heart attack just goes off and just starts blowing things up. Well, Deku's physically strong himself. Like, he can probably like fight on one of the one-pointer robots easily, but like he'll have like difficulty with like his two-pointer robots. But like Killer Queen can just blow up the third pointers easily as well. So it's like that combo between them, like his range move, the air bomb, is like Deku just like is almost unbeatable. Because like everybody's looking at how Deku actually got so many points very easily. Let's say Deku, like when everybody was running, the 0 Point robot just like got some dirt on his suit. Deku's mad at this. Deku says, "I just bought this suit, and you dare mess it up." Deku activates the full force of his Killer Queen and just starts. He recalls Sheer Heart Attack and gives it a new target, the giant robot. He's like, "You dare mess up my suit." And yeah, Deku activates his air bubble ability, plus his first bomb, to just chuck it at the. Just keep activating multiple bubbles of those, just constantly exploding the 0 Point robot's face. And then Deku says, "Alright, Killer Queen, start climbing." So Killer Queen, they use like both for Killer Queen's powers and Deku's supernatural strength. Deku gets to the front robot, touches it with Killer Queen, and says, "Bites the dust." And Deku just clicks. Deku says, "Goodbye." He just clicks the trigger, and the whole entire robot just goes boom. Then, let's say, like the explosion was just his head, because Deku couldn't control it that much. But Deku wanted to. He didn't explode like the whole entire robot easily. And yeah, Deku gets an acceptance letter to UA. Everything like that happens. First day, like he's like the first one to arrive. And Ida's asking, "Why are you so mad about the suit?" It says it's a pain to wash out. And Ida's like, "Oh, okay." And Oraka says thank you for saving her, and Deku says no problem, it was just the right thing to do. Mako says that Whitezilla is a villain in here, and he tries to fight Deku, but Deku just knocks him out of his Killer Queen. And then Aizawa comes in and says they're gonna be having a physical. Deku he gets like let's say he gets like third, fourth place because he doesn't use Killer Queen. And Aizawa says that Deku, why is he using Killer Queen? Nick says because his quirk isn't made for this. And Aizawa says, really, what's your quirk made for then? Nick says, my quirk is made for destroying people, erasing them from existence. That's basically how my dad described it. And Deku's like cold and dark. He has this cold, evil aura around him, like when he's like serious, but like by accident. Like he's like serious for like no reason. Like let's say like when they have lunch, like when he had breakfast like in a coffee store, he caught like attention of some heroes and like a couple of villains because his aura was that villainous. Because while he was eating his breakfast, he was like, they messed up my order again. They messed up my order again. He's like, won't complain. And Deku's just like, he doesn't know how to control like his bloodlust that much. So like, that got him into like a couple of bad situations a lot of times. So it's just like, well, Deku just like gets third place and everything. Like Minetta's still expelled because I said, alright, Mineta, you got the last score, you get expelled. Because Deku's speed and power are very, very incredible. Then the next class goes, like, where he said, All Might shows up and just, like, is... And All Might's like, alright, guys, we're gonna be doing hero versus villain training. And just Deku's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, Deku was just like, oh, alright. And then everybody dresses up. It just has like this suit on, a hero costume, and that's it. We're just wondering, like, why does a hero costume look like that? Deku says, just to commemorate his father, who passed away like that. So Kira just like left him, like, just, he said that this is the last present from his father. He wanted to make a replica of it. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, that's cute. But they're still, like, wondering, like, what is Deku's quirk? Because, like, Aizawa said that he's not using it for some reason. Deku said that it's not fitting. And, Deku is just, like, just walking along. Like, same teams for the heroes versus villains thing. Araka and Deku, you walk into the building. And Bakugo still tries to fight Deku and blow him up. Deku just kicks Bakugo. Like, him and Killer Queen combined make like a, let's say, 10% smash in the anime. If they go full force. So both of them like kick Bakugo like at the same time, and then it's like Bakugo gets sent flying, and Deku's just like, alright. So Deku just grabs a piece of rubble and just throws it towards him, and then he activates it near Bakugo, so like Bakugo's like knocked back and actually hurt. And everybody's wondering if Bakugo's the one who did that, because maybe Bakugo accidentally landed off an explosion which hurt him as well. Maybe he was blinded by the attack. Everybody's wondering, yeah, it's super speed. It has to be. Except for Araka and Ida. Like, everybody who in Ida who actually saw Deku use his quirk. Bakugo also knows, so Deku decides. He talks to Araka, tells her, alright, do you see the bomb? Go find the bomb. Araka sees the bomb and says that it's just a floor above us. It's like 2 floors above us. And he's like, oh. So Deku goes like 1 floor up. He's like, alright, I'm under it. Araka, don't walk into the room. Alright? And she's like, alright, what are you gonna do? Deku says, you'll know when I do it. Deku just jumps up, touches the wall. And he says, warn Ida that the floor's about to collapse. And then and then he just clicks the bomb and the floor explodes. And the Ida and the bomb are starting to fall down. He's like, wait, what is happening? Oh no, what is happening? Deku just runs, touches the bomb, they win. And then he just blows up the pieces of rubble like a giant explosion, so they don't hurt him or Ida. And Deku said, it's pretty handy having your first bomb, isn't it? And Ida said, why didn't you use the second one? Well, the second one can be sent to a certain temperature, but then when it blows up, it's meant to kill. And he was like, oh, okay. So yeah. Then the USJ thing happens, and they ask Deku, alright, what is your quirk? Like, we don't understand. And Deku says, his quirk is called Killer Queen. He has 4 primary bombs that he can use. The first bomb is anything that he touches, he can turn into a bomb. Second one is called Sheer Heart Attack. It's a tank, but a small tank with a skull on it, and it can talk to people. Third bomb is it bites to dust, but I haven't learned fully how to control it. And then Deku says, then there's air bomb. It's just a condensed piece of air which when it hits somebody it detonates. But when it's used with my first and second bomb, my first bomb and my fourth bomb, they created just a giant exploding projectile. And everybody's like surprised, like, wow, he has a very powerful quirk. So they enter the USJ and just like everybody's wondering, wait, what's happening? So the lights start flickering off, and then just like this portal opened up, and like it also says, "Stay back, kids. This is a villain attack." And Deku's like, "Oh." And then Deku realizes, because like let's say that Deku's seen Shigaraki before, like Shigaraki, because let's say that Shigaraki was like a part of a group that actually like Shigaraki was still like a small villain. Like Shigaraki was actually a part of the group that killed his dad. He's like, then Deku's eyes turn like red. Then he's like, Aizawa, sorry, but your directions stay back. I will not follow. And then Deku just jumps in. He says, sheer heart attack. And the tank just starts zooming in. And then everybody sees the tank and just like, what is this? And then it's like, it locks onto one. And a giant explosion happens. Deku's not holding any punches. He activates his projectiles constantly, using his air bomb in his right hand and his primary bomb just to keep fire in his left hand, just keep firing explosive bullets at him. The moment they hit, they explode. Everybody's wondering what is happening. Like the normal blocks a lot of these attacks is like, ugh. Dick's like, ugh. Why wouldn't this work? Like, I know like in canon, Killer Queen can only use like one bomb at a time, but this is Deku's own version of Killer Queen, so he can use all bombs at a time. Yep. So Deku unlocks his third bomb. Like Deku's just about to die, but Deku manages to hit the switch, and he explodes and gets set back in time. He gets set back in time before, like right before they're about to enter. And Deku says, "Guys, there's villains in there." Everybody asks, "How do you know?" It's been in the future. Everybody's saying, "Is that like the third bomb that you heard described to us? The one that allows you to travel back in time to avoid death?" Well, Deku said, "Yeah, you're just able to get it back in." And I was like, alright, better call in some pro heroes. Thank you. Everything just still shuts down, but when the villains get there, there's nobody there. They're like, God damn it, how did he know? And then somebody says they're probably outside. And Stress says, well, gather everyone up. We're going out. So Shigaraki just goes after them and looks like, if I know the leader will always charge first to make his entrance. He says, if I know the leader will always go first to make an entrance. And when he sees that Shigaraki does go first, he's like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. As he touches Shigaraki, he's about to touch Shigaraki, but Nomu intervenes, and then Deku pulls the trigger, just blowing up. The Nomu gets blown up into pieces. There's nothing left of him. He incinerates him. And then Deku touches like then Shoto sees, like, no, not Shoto, but Shigaraki sees this, and Deku is about to touch him, but Shigaraki throws a couple of like his own hands towards him, and Deku touches him and explodes him, and it was just like, and everybody was like, wait, what? Like everybody's like, what happened? And Shigaraki told the teleporting villain to like, get us out of here now. This guy's gonna kill us if we don't. And he sees that Shigaraki is leaving. He's like, not gonna let you do this time. And then Deku just rushes it in through the portal. Like, he gets sent to like the main villain's base. He's about to explode everything, but he gets sent back to like a random part of town. He's like,